Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of a different style, I suppose. I don't know. I haven't done one of these in a long time, so I thought I would take you along with us to... So today we are at Antique Paradise, and it's in Norman, Oklahoma. And this is the first time that we had ever been inside this antique shop. It was actually recommended to Roger when he was at the Warehouse Antique Mall that we go to probably, I don't know, several times a year. We've been there quite a few times. And one of the people there had recommended this place. Now, I suppose you'll see as we continue on, this place was massive. We haven't been inside an antique shop this large in quite some time. And I was pretty excited. Now, I will say I was not super excited with the prices. You can usually tell how expensive the booth rent is in an antique shop based on their prices. So there's that. I did give some serious consideration to those soup mugs with the plates because I love a good luncheon set. And most of mine, actually all of mine, have teacup size cups that go with the little luncheon plate, and that one had the soup mug. So I was definitely considering that one, but again, prices. And even if I can afford to spend $200 or $300 on milk glass, I'm not likely to. I am just too cheap. Milk glass is plentiful, and I just have a hard time paying ridiculous prices for milk glass, but that's me. Of course, on this day, we were actually here for our birthday weekend. Roger and I have back-to-back birthdays. I don't know if I mentioned. I think I have. Mine's on the 14th of January, and his is on the 15th of January, so I just kind of blend them together because that's more funsies. So, as always, I'm searching for milk glass. He's looking for uranium glass. This particular antique shop had a couple of booth holders that were selling crystals, so Roger was checking those out because he's very much into crystals. And I saw this. I have never seen this before in the green carnival glass. Now, I have it, of course, in the milk glass. In fact, I have enough for 13 people in the milk glass or more. Did love this pillow. On this particular occasion, I did not grab the pillow, and I really wished I had grabbed the pillow because those look like carnations to me on the front of that pillow, and I was definitely digging it. And in fact, we did in fact go back and I got that pillow like a week later. There were a couple of items that I really had thought about and was kicking myself for not grabbing them that day that we were there, but I was on a one-track mission. I was looking for milk glass for our birthday. Well, my birthday. Roger's, of course, always looking for Toby jugs, decanters, and uranium glass, and also crystals if they have them. And I will show in a later video what we got for what I got for my birthday, I should say. He's already put all of his goodies away, so I'm not going to bother digging them out, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, actually. I love big old antique malls like this because there's so many different places where little vintage treasures hide and live, and I love that. This booth had a lot of clothes, and some of them were kind of cute. Of course, not made for my frame, but they were very cute, very hippie chic, and for some of them. You can see me. There I am. Hello. There's Roger. So, on this particular occasion, I had mentioned to Roger that I was going to be recording, and apparently, as men do, he didn't hear me or whatever, selective hearing. And I think I was bugging him this day because things were taking longer while I recorded. Normally he doesn't care, but on this particular one, it's a huge antique shop, and he was just kind of wanting to zoom through everything and look for treasures, and he felt like I was holding him back. So at first he was kind of like, why are you taking so long? And I was like, I told you I was going to be recording. Now, I don't know what part of I need to make sure I have plenty of battery so I can record you did not understand. And then he was like, oh, that's what you meant. And then he was more chill. Normally he's pretty chill. He didn't really say anything. You could just tell. I can tell. So on this particular occasion, yeah, like I said, there was a lot of milk glass tucked away in little bits and bobs everywhere. And lots of cool things that I looked at. There was a lot of stuff. Like if we had the house completed and it was totally done, there were so many things that I could have gotten just to add to the decor of the house. But again, my house is not done. So I try to limit myself to what I'm getting, to only getting milk glass, and it has to be something that I don't own already. That was the top to a butter dish, and they didn't have the bottom. They just had the top, which is kind of weird because usually the top part's the part that gets busted up. There's one of those little luncheon plates like we saw in the green carnival glass. No teacup, of course, but there's that. And he saw this one. That fish scale pattern, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like supposed to be like a pine cone, is not my favorite pattern. It's okay, but I have a lot of covered dishes, and if I'm going to have a covered dish, I'd rather have it in a pattern that I am more in love with, and that just isn't one of them. Plus, the price was kind of like meh. Now, I did see this oil lamp, and this is one of those pieces that when we got back home, I thought, oh, I should have grabbed that oil lamp. Why didn't I grab the oil lamp? I mean, it was only 15 bucks. I should have grabbed the oil lamp, because if you've seen one of my other videos where I show like my oil lamp collection, I should have grabbed it, because when we went back, it was no longer there because somebody else had gotten it. So I hope they love it as much as I would have. Did love this dresser because I want to do our bedroom in pink and white. But yeah, didn't grab that either. And I'm not going to. I don't have enough room in my bedroom for another dresser. But lots of goodies, as you can see. Now, like I said, you can usually tell. Oh, I really did like this Fostoria, not Fostoria. Is it Fostoria? No, Fenton. Hello, brain freeze. Senior moment, whatever. I did really like this Fenton piece, and we did go back and look at it again because I didn't remember it was like 20 bucks, and I just can't see spending $20 on, a pedestal dish. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's unusual pattern. I just couldn't see spending 20 bucks on it, but that's me. I'll probably think about it, and if we ever go back, I'll probably grab it again because, third time's a charm, but on this occasion, I left it. And I did leave it on the second occasion as well. Did leave the poodle? No, poodle was super cute. I'm more of a cat person, but I thought the poodle was cute. Now, I really did like this bowl. This bowl was very cool, but it's pink. But I thought, that'd be pretty in my bedroom, because I want to do pink and white. But for $55, yeah, no. Also, you can tell how high the booth rent prices are. If you look at the prices, and the prices are weird. So like $55.25 or $55.13 or $25.10. You can tell that the prices are set the way they are because of how expensive the booth rent is. And that's just another thing that I have noticed. And having had a booth in an antique shop, I get it. We didn't do the weird prices, though. I just refuse. I was all about the whole numbers. Whole numbers are a good thing. Lots of books. Some of the booths were just kind of haphazard, so you had to be really careful because of how things were stacked and shoved into the different booths. Some were displayed really nicely. And this was a really cool bamboo pattern vase, but it's kind of bluish. And bluish just isn't my thing. I prefer the pure white. I do have a couple of things that are in clam broth. Again, not really my favorites, but, it is what it is. I don't know if you can see the price on that one because I can't remember how much it was, but I thought it was a little overpriced, and it's not actually a white mold glass, so there's that. Now, this leaf dish, I do end up getting, and you'll see that later on in the video, but we got it at a different antique shop for a lot less because they were pretty proud of their prices here. Again, milk glass for me is one of those things. There's so much of it, I very rarely ever just, hem and haw and then think to myself, oh, I should have grabbed that. I have this cradle. Honestly, to me, it looks like something you'd put on a table and you put like Splenda packets in it or something. But I have it in a smaller size. I did grab this one. Now, this is actually just the base of a larger dish, but I don't care. So if I find something that's really cute and the base is cute and I don't have the top to it, then I'm fine with it. I think that was like $6 or something. So I grabbed it and I literally carried it around the entire store. Looked at the juicer. I have a juicer, so I was like, man, I don't really need another juicer just because it's a different company. Just was like, okay, cool. Yeah, so that's pretty much how we go about antique shops. So I'm going to go ahead and let the music play for a bit, and so you guys can enjoy the video without all of my gabbing.
Reminiscing the good old days, remembering to forget all the bad ones. I remember when college seemed so important, but is it worth it? Been wondering what truly matters to me. I know for sure it's not a fancy degree. I'd like to do what I love, but what if I'm not good enough? Split personality, sometimes sour, sometimes sweet. An M. Night Shyamalan story called Everything's Peachy. Can we just skip straight to the plot twist, please? Life's all about balance, and real love takes practice. We know accidents happen, but my love's on purpose. Reciprocate the feeling, find peace beneath the surface. Everything's peachy, everything's peachy. Split personality, sometimes sour, sometimes sweet. An M. Night Shyamalan story called Everything's Peachy. Can we just skip straight to the plot twist, please?
So this case had some fun pieces, or a couple of things that I thought were really interesting, but again, prices are, yeah, I'm picky. And they did have some uranium glass, but Roger's looking for unique pieces since he's restarting his collection. And apparently I was fascinated by these mugs because we have the elephants from Francoma for our birth years, and I was wondering if these had birth years on them too, but I didn't see them. So passed them up, but I thought they were super cute. I thought they'd be really fun for like 4th of July decor, but didn't need those. Again, not really buying anything in particular for decorating, just adding to collections because why not?
Head over heels for that someone. Head for the hills for nothing, nothing. Running, scared, screaming at the top of my lungs. In my many minds, my many minds. My heart doesn't always agree. What I'm thinking inside. Think about it, your gut can lie. And when you're hungry, but it actually wanna die. No matter how bad it tastes, I want it. Here's a metaphor for my life. I'm eating McDonald's to get healthy. Tell me how that makes sense. And I think I heard Bigfoot. Did he run away? I don't know. I would have invited him in my tent so we can drink some miso soup. It's dangerous. In peace. No. And so don't do that. About conspiracy theories. Maybe all night. I wonder if he believes in alien. We could look at the stars together. What if he is an alien? What if we actually become the best of friends and we wear shirts with pictures of each other on them?
So as we were at the antique shop, it was getting busier and busier. And I think we got there not too long after it had opened. So at first it was pretty easy. I'm showing Roger all the lanterns. This was like the man room. But anyhow, it was getting busier and busier. And it was getting harder to like avoid recording people. And I'm one of those people that I don't want to be that person who's out and about and recording everything and everyone, because I feel like that's just, it's not my thing. Some people don't mind. They just kind of get it. Everybody now has a YouTube or a social media or something. But it makes me feel kind of funky to be out there recording people who I don't know. Now, Roger did find this decanter. It was super cool. But hello, $55. That was a hard one for Roger too, because a lot of times he'll find his decanters between like $5 and $10. And it's a hard pressed thing to get him to even do a $10 or a $5 decanter sometimes, because he's just that picky, and we both are. Now, I'm not saying that when you go into an antique shop that they have to be super cheap. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you can tell even when things that are like common things, easy to find things that you can find out in the wild at a garage sale for $25 are selling for like $20 and $30. So, you know, it's that type of thing. And I get it, because everything that you keep in your booth has to pay rent. So I'm not saying that at all. And I'm definitely not dissing anybody for having, you know, whatever prices they want to have. But, you know, you can definitely tell. And it's just one of the things that I look for. I like antique shops have a good selection and their prices are really good. When we went to that one antique shop up north, and of course, like in Ponca City, that's what it was. In Ponca City, their prices were amazing. And it was hard to hold back and not buy everything. Their prices were really, really good. And the town is super cute and that sort of thing. So, you know, you can definitely tell there's definitely a difference. Norman tends to be, it's a college town, so it tends to be a little, you know, as college towns are. Did really like that little celery dish or whatever it was. Thought that was cute. Like that vase. Those decanters are super cute too. There's a lot of cute stuff in this particular booth, and I do want to do the kitchen in blue and white. We're doing the living room in blue and white also. I don't know if I've mentioned. Roger got a cobalt sink, and I keep wanting to call it Cobottle because that's what the lady who gave it to us called it. She kept saying it was a Cobottle sink, and Roger heard Coke bottle. So then I tried looking up a Coke bottle blue sink, and turns out no, she meant Cobalt. Anywho, so kind of a funny thing. And anyhow, so I am doing the majority of the house is going to be done in blue and white, but I'm throwing a twist on it, and I don't know that Roger's fully aware of what my twisted plans are, But if we're going blue and white in the main part of the house, a bedroom and our master bathroom are going to be done in beautiful shades of blush pink and white. And yeah, I will be styling it in such a way, so I'll have to do something to update you guys on that, because I know I had done the other idea where I was really wanting to do the vintage house look. Since we have so many vintage items, I thought it'd be a lot of fun, although the colors were scaring Roger because, you know, vintage colors being what they are, he was kind of terrified. So I did see a lot of things, and I kept telling him, I said, oh man, if we were still doing the house in that way, this would have been so cute, or if we were still doing the house in this way, it would have been so cute. But now we're doing it a little more refined, sort of, and definitely going to have my spin on it. I did really like that metal chair right there, I'm not going to lie, for outside. But see all the lanterns and stuff? This is another one of those manly or mannish booths for, like, you know, the guy cave, man cave, whatever. And lots of cute stuff. I really like those red and white dishes, but again, we're doing blue and white, so that wasn't going to work. And I'm sorry it's kind of sped up through here. More and more people were showing up, and I was trying to avoid people. Really liked the plant booth. Thought that was awesome. Have never seen a plant booth inside of an antique shop before. Thought that was pretty neat. So yeah, we're kind of trying to hurry it up just a smidge because more and more people are showing up. And again, I don't like to record people out in the wild. It's not my thing. This booth had some cute stuff. Again, the prices were kind of so didn't get anything here either. So we'll just go back to some more music and let you guys enjoy seeing the video or the knickknacks and all the goodies in the shop.
I need an intervention, divine intervention, you know. Only in my crucial moments do they pay attention carefully.
So I happened to find Roger. He had finally found something that he liked and a couple things that he did not have. So these are the teeny tiny little creamers, I guess, for the ugly man heads that he collects, the little Royal Dalton. Now those aren't Royal Dalton, they're probably made in Japan, but he likes them just the same. And they've got the little hideous faces. So I was excited that he finally found something because Lord knows he's so hard to get to actually buy anything when we're out and about. And then I always feel guilty that we're just buying for me. So I was glad he finally found something.
Shadows of my past welcome me again with a smile. But something deep within, something new, lets me emerge from my cocoon. I only have what's right in front of me. Only you know what is right for me. Compromise, compromise, compromise. Improvise, improvise, improvise. I need a nice vacation and pure introspection. There is nowhere else to go, so I'll be coming home to you. doesn't compare to the happiness that's just around the corner. I only have what's right in front of me. Only you know what is right for me. Compromise, compromise, compromise. Improvise, improvise, improvise.
The store really did have a lot of really fun items to look at. And Roger found these signs. They were super cute. They were made from metal and they're pretty awesome. I liked that one. Keep out. You don't know what kind of people live here or something like that. That rocking chair was rocking all by itself. Like there was no one around us and it was just rocking. It was the weirdest thing. And I hadn't even noticed it until I was editing this video that that's what it was doing. I love little gnomes, and there were so many things that I could like pick out that I would have just loved to decorate with for the sake of decorating, because that's what I really want to do, and I cannot wait until our house is done so I can actually do that. But again, I was trying to be disciplined and only look for items that would add to my collection or were extremely unique and that sort of thing. But that's hard to do. Those little cows. Oh, I loved the little cows, not gonna lie. They were so cute. Moving on, there were a lot of just really fun things to look at. And it's funny because my best friend collects all the different colors of glass, and my mom has always loved clear glass. And so I go around and I look at different things and I see different things that I think would make really fun gifts. But then on this particular occasion, we were just hunting for stuff for our birthday. So that's what I was trying to stick to. Although, funnily enough, my bestie's birthday is also in January. Go figure. But I already had some stuff for her, so I was just looking for myself. And Roger was looking for himself. It's kind of funny, that's just what we do. I think the older you get, the less surprise involved, the better probably. Although surprise gifts are fun too. Actually, gifts in general are fun. But I'll show you what I got for my birthday, like I said, in another video. It's just this one's already getting really long. And yeah, and of course more people-y. More and more people. Eek. Now we did find quite a lot of uranium glass in this particular section here. Roger already has that cat decanter. But they had some manganese glass, they had some uranium glass. They had some really neat pieces. Aren't they pretty? All lit up. Roger's newest thing is he's been collecting euperlites. And euperlites are actually a naturally occurring stone, rock formation, crystal formation, whatever. It's a rock. It looks like a rock. It is a rock. But it naturally glows under UV light. So it's actually really cool. And he's been collecting that because euperlites are only found in and around the Great Lakes and mostly on the Michigan side. So it's pretty cool. And for anyone who doesn't know, my honey is from Michigan. So he really likes those a lot. And of course, there's some uranium glass and some milk glass. So this was kind of a fun booth. He used to have an ice bucket like that with the little ice tongs. And then I liked the bubblegum machine dispenser thingy. It was a dispenser. It looked like a bubblegum machine, but it was actually just a dispenser. So many beautiful things. Lots of Indiana glass. There was tons of Indiana glass in all different glass variations, whether it was carnival or just the milk glass or just colored glass in general. Roger found another one of those Puss in Boots shoes, but I already have one of those. I did like this basket, so yes, I did in fact snag that basket because it's unusual. And it's actually a French piece. I also grabbed that, even though it is blue, but it has little baby chicks coming out of eggs, or chicks and eggs, something like that. But it reminded me of a Westmoreland piece. It's not by Westmoreland, and off the top of my head, I can't remember who makes it. So I'll have to think about that. But we did in fact grab that also because I liked it. We are slowly starting to actually gather up some items, which is kind of fun. Because that's when the whole thing gets real. When you start finding pieces that you actually like, that you're willing to carry around an antique shop of this size.
Take me back to California. I wanna go back to 2018. I wanna go back to when I was happy. So take me back to California, please. Take me back. Take me back to that time when one good friend was in my life. California seems so far away from me, from me, from me. Made my first album. It came out the same day as Kanye's. I made my best single. Came out and felt so great.
And here we are in another booth that had quite a lot of uranium glass, but The prices were a bit more than Roger would pay for any uranium glass. Still on the hunt for more milk glass that I don't have. I will say the hunt has gotten a bit harder because I do have so much milk glass. And once I get everything unpacked on the handy dandy shelves that Roger is planning to build for me in the living room, you'll all get to see it again. Let's see. I think it's shortly after this that I find one of my larger pieces that I got that day. And I was super excited to find it. And once I had that, I was like, oh my gosh. They just had, I mean, honestly, I know I keep saying it, there's a lot to look at, but there really was. Here, Roger found a booth that had a lot of the Toby jugs that he loves, but they were quite expensive. And it was like, oof. You know, like sometimes when you see a price on something and you're like, oh my gosh. And so you put it back because you don't want to be the one responsible for, like, if anything happens to it. And then, you know, they make you pay for it and you're like, But yeah, so we were very careful on this booth because everything was like very nice. And it was like, oh my gosh, don't want to be responsible for that. I do like looking for books too. Sometimes I like old books. I don't know, it's a thing. But again, still looking for milk glass. They had lots of stuffed animals. And they had some like really cute stuffed animals. Like, I don't know what they're called. I did love those kitties. Oh my gosh, I really like Siamese cats. And I have several. I don't know why I like them, but I do. That's me saying hi because I realized that you could in fact see me. Ha ha ha. Another Toby jug looking thing. His ugly man jugs. But anyway, I do like Siamese cats and I do like old books. I don't know why, I just do. Actually, I like a lot of things. It's probably part of my problem in life. That candelabra is actually really beautiful. I'm not much of a brass polisher though. I thought those Playboy Stein-like cups would have been really cool in his collection, but he was like, nah. I just thought they were neat looking. So many cool things that you can do with lanterns. Oh, look, it's a lady head vase. Now, there was another booth that had several lady head vases in it as well, but much like Roger, I can't bring myself to pay that much for them. They're just so expensive. I remember, the funny thing is that I do have a few lady head vases. And, we used to have those in our booth when we still had our booth. Anywho, and my mom had several that she kept in a old vintage shadow box. Or, I guess it's a shadow box, like the mirrored ones. And I just remember that as a memory of when I was growing up. And so maybe that's why I like them so much. But I always thought they were so pretty. Roger likes to go bowling. He used to bowl. He was on a team. So I was bowling well. And then here we go. Let's see, is this the one with the crystals? No, it's not. We get to a booth that has a lot of crystals. I have that turquoise mail sorter in the original brown. It's from like the 1970s. Very cool. Does this one have any milk glass in it? I can't remember. But I know I'm getting closer to the pièce de résistance. There were so many things like in cases and stuff. And it's funny because when we had our booth, everything that was in a case had to be up front because nobody was willing to go to a booth that had a key or anything locked up and unlock it for them. But they'll actually do that at this one, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I thought that was kind of neat because everything in here, all the different booths, so many of them had locked up cabinets, and so they would run around and do that. I think Roger grabs that one or one similar to it. Because I know he did get a decanter that day. Oh, there it is. Here is my piece. Do you see it? Do you see it? All right. So now we have moved on to Main Street Antiques, also in Norman. And this one was really cute, but it was a new antique mall. And I had seen that on the website that they were brand new. And so One was very sparsely filled. But when we got there, there were actually people that were moving in, which I thought was kind of interesting. Lots of really cute things here. These little cups, it's so funny that they have them for sale. I bought a set of 6 of those as part of the Christmas gift thing that I did for my bestie's family Christmas party. And they're like $9 for 6 of them on Amazon, if anybody's wondering. Some cute things here. But again, it was, you could tell it was still early days in the business because they didn't have many booth owners. So it was kind of fun. Still looking around. I do want to go back. These are Korean dolls. And I was sorely tempted because my mom's Korean, in case anyone didn't know. So, 안녕하세요, for anyone. And I was really intrigued by those because they just, I don't know, I like Korean stuff. It's a thing. That's a cute Santa, though, made it from a bowling pin. But you can see here, I was curious because I thought maybe that went somewhere, but no, it's just a little alcove, and I'm just weird. But yeah, there is some really cool things. Oh, and in this shop, they have a shop bunny. Can you believe it? They have a little, well, he's not little, he's actually really big. And he's the shop bunny, and it's so cute because I've been to shops before where they had like their dog was there or they had a cat or whatever, but this one has a giant, what do you call those? Lops bunnies? The ones with the big ears, and they're like huge. I did like that, thought about it. I have that platter, so didn't bother to get another one. This one had actually good prices on a lot of their stuff, but so many of the pieces they had, I already have. So it's kind of a sad face. But they did have a lot of interesting things. And these people here were moving in, so I was trying to not be obnoxious and be in the way. But I still wanted to look. And so I was trying to be like, I don't know, respectful of them being there, and then also still have a chance to look. So I did like this dish. I can't remember how much it was, but I remember I didn't get it. And I know I didn't get it because it's not in my haul. But I thought it was really cute. And then I did like the thumbprint. I did like that one with the ruffled edge and the thumbprint pattern to it. I like that a lot. But they had some interesting stuff. So we'll have to go back and see what it looks like once everybody gets all their displays done. But yeah, lots of opportunities for growth in this one. They had a lot of cool things. I just love looking at antique shops. And I'm sorry if all of the moving around is making anybody sick at this point, and I should probably apologize a lot for that because this is just how we look. It's pretty fast for us. It normally doesn't take us very long inside of an antique shop because if you know what you're looking for, you kind of just hone in on that and you just that's what you're looking for. He found a kitty. I have that same kitty, funny thing, in blue and white, kind of like a Dutch print, like a blue Delft pattern. And then this one was just clothes and a lot of nothing. So moved on from there. I did find a couple of things here, and Roger did as well. He found something. Shocking, I know. And yeah, so it was just, for being as new as it was, I really like that china cabinet. But again, it's not in the style that we're now doing the house in, so that wouldn't do me much good. That was me pointing at it and telling him. And him doing his best to just kind of ignore me. He's so funny. He's just like, I kind of gave him an idea of what I plan on doing with the rest of the house because we're going to do the blue and white to match his sink, but I'm going to spice it up in my own way. And I did like this decanter, but he already has one very similar to this, and I couldn't remember if he had that one. And it also did a little stoppery thing. This one had a lot of blue and white, so I was pretty like, ooh, but I wasn't shopping for blue and white. But looking back on the video, I now know where I should go. I like those cups, but I have them, of course. But at some point, I'm going to have to go blue and white shopping once I get all of my stuff done so I can see what pieces I need, because I want to use blue and white as accent pieces. And, because I think it'll look nice with all the milk glass. So this booth had a lot of milk glass in it. And, oh, see, there's that leaf dish. And it was much less expensive at this booth. And this booth was anything that you bought, they were donating money to a school thing. So I did not feel bad about grabbing it. I also really liked this Westmoreland bowl. So I grabbed the Westmoreland bowl and I grabbed the leaf. But I think I grabbed the bowl first and then I come back for the leaf is essentially what I do. Because I'm special like that. It's a nice heavy piece in the panel grape pattern. Panel grape. And then even in this booth, Roger finds something. Now, what made me chuckle, though, is when we saw a receipt, was the way that the guy labeled it on the receipt. It just, I'm seriously like a 12-year-old boy. Everything makes me giggle. But he called it head cream. And I was like, okay. And I couldn't stop laughing about it because of the way he labeled it on the receipt. Or no, was it head cream? Yeah, it was head cream. I don't know. Either way, it was really funny. I did like this little Avon bottle, but I'm not huge. I don't really collect a lot of Avon milk glass. I have a couple of pieces, but I don't typically collect a lot of it, but I thought it was really cute. I think all I got was my bowl, that leaf dish, and then I think Roger got his head cream. And I think those were the only 3 things we got from here because so many of the pieces I already have, but I still like to look at them. I did really like that. I thought that'd be so pretty in the kitchen, but I didn't know if it would fit our light fixture thingies. So, I don't know. We might have to go back and I'll have to see if it's still there because their prices were really good. And again, it's for school thing, so there's always that. But lots of Indiana glass. He did have a couple of Westmoreland pieces, obviously. And he was really nice. He was actually kind of putting away Christmas decorations, I guess, because they had it all decorated for Christmas, I suppose, over the holidays. That's what all the little Christmas balls were from. And he was actually putting them away as we were walking around. We did like these. I liked the kitty. Roger liked the dog. But I think they weren't decanters. I don't know what they were. I think they were just decorations. So we ended up not getting any of those. I do like a good cookbook. Not gonna lie. I have several, Betty Crocker type cookbooks. And definitely like those. So you walk out here and I'm looking around again and then I literally go back and I get that leaf dish because I'm extra like that. I did like that red stool thing, but again, we're not doing red in the house, so I guess we could for holidays, but where would I store it in the meantime? It would just become one of those things that just got moved around 8,000 times in my house. So I'm all for decorations, but they have to make sense in my own little weird squirrel brain kind of way. But yeah, they had, there were a couple of things that I really kind of thought about. I like that chalkboard thing. I don't even know why. Like, I don't even know what I would do with it. It wouldn't go with anything in my house. But I liked it. And so here I am. Oh, I really like this china cabinet. I thought the china cabinet was beautiful. And then, of course, it's filled with blue and white. So, I mean, it gives you ideas, gets the brain thinking. And honestly, I don't really need my brain doing any more thinking because it overthinks and then it makes myself crazy. But this is me going back for that leaf dish. But first, we must stop and look. Aren't those pretty? Those are so gorgeous. But they would never match anything. And I'm all about themes. It's why I was never a good interior designer, because I like themes and I like the usual. I did like that. It's like a 2-sided soap dish. We do have a double sink in our bathroom, but I'm going to turn it into a single sink bathroom because I really don't like double sinks, and we would never use double sinks. And I don't know why I picked that up a second time, because it was the one I removed from the Westmoreland dish. So of course I put it back, but I did grab it, and it was like $25 and like 20% off or something, so I snagged it. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for being here with us and for indulging me as I go about a store like a crazy person. If you guys like these kinds of videos, please let me know down below. And as always, comment, like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye!